Y'all know I'm rolling with no AC on. Well, not that it ain't on, it just don't work. I thought right about now it would be kind of cool, being that we're supposed to be in the fall season, but that's how my city is, child. But it is 3 o'clock p.m. I'm just picking the camera up, y'all. I ain't do too much this morning. I had a lot going. Well, I did do too much, but I had a lot going on this morning. And look ahead, the line ain't that long. Well, hallelujah. I'm on the way to pick up my nephew. Well, I'm here to pick up my nephew. And we looked out. Today the line isn't that long. So, that's a plus. So, we just sitting here waiting. I could let my windows back down now because we're not rolling. But yeah, that's what we're doing, picking him up again today. We have to do it on Wednesdays and Thursdays, every other Wednesday and Thursday. But well, I don't have to. I just started back doing it since my brother works. Whatever. Normally my mom does it, y'all. But anyway, I'm not doing too much today. I might film a little more when I get back to the house. Well, I am, because there's a couple of things I want to fill y'all in on. I mean, I guess I can kind of. Lord, I got hair from the wig on me. I can kind of fill y'all in now, since we got a little time to spare. But some things are in the works. Well, not we, me. I've been on the phone this morning. I had to call one of his scripts in, which I don't think they did it, sent it off, but that's okay, because I've made the decision after today that once this new company opens its doors and get us an appointment, more than likely I'm swapping him over to them, solely to them. At first I was going to try to do both companies, but this company has really been letting me down. Really. The counselor that they send, we've grown accustomed to her. She's not the problem, honestly. But I did have a good heart-to-heart with her, where she was kind of like, you know, if need be, we need to switch over to this new company, then she's okay with that. She's like, if they can take you further than where we have what is ever best for him, you know, she's cool with that, you know. So that's what I'm probably going to do. No, not probably. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch him over solely to this new company and see what they can do. I also talked with the advocate this morning that we're going with, and sometimes it's best, sometimes it's best, and sometimes you have to surround yourself with people who are not like you, but who have dealt with or are going through what you've been through, because they better understand your situation and your story. And she is someone who personally has dealt with the school system, raising, or she's dealing with raising a child with special needs. And it's just, y'all, if I seem like I'm glowing or I'm happy today, it's because after talking with this woman, even though she didn't, she gave my mom more insight into her life. But just the sheer conversation we had this morning with me letting it out and telling her my story, because that's what she wanted to hear today. She wanted to hear our side of things, our story, and why we're seeking help. And just hearing that, what I've been feeling all along is that things are not right. And having her confirm that, and having her tell me, oh no, these are your rights. This is what you can and can't do. This is what you have access to. Blew my mind, y'all. Opened my eyes to some things where, I had been feeling so confused. And I'm still kind of sort of confused and lost. But it gave me some insight, y'all. It gave me some knowledge, and it gave me an understanding just talking to her. Because there are things out here that I didn't know I could have access to. But sometimes you need the right people in the right place at the right time. And I had to get fed up before I was able to receive some help. But we're making a breakthrough, you guys. He doesn't understand what's going on. He don't know and realize all the things I'm going through to get him the proper help. I just only pray and ask that when these people do start helping, that he receives it and that he understands, okay, these people are here to help me. And I want him to get it in his head that he can't keep going like this, y'all. It's not just his fault. And that's why I try not to beat him up about it so much. Because a lot of it is that, he has impulse control disorder, or whatever you want to call it. And that's a part of his, remember that title I told y'all about? That's a part of his title. And they're going to be able to give him the tools that he needs to realize, okay, you know what, maybe it was me. Maybe I need to use these tools to align myself to get to a better place. Like I told him, what you put out in the world is what you get back. And right now he's spitting out a lot of negativity. And I honestly want to bring back that smile and that joy he once had before we started entering into the school system. Because I'm not just going to say the school system did it, but some of the teachers that they have in place in his first fundamental years of learning, they kind of damaged my baby. And he went from being this loving kid to this angry kid. He went from being a kid who loved school and couldn't wait to be dropped off at school to, like, when his first time going to Head Start, you guys, he was not the kid that cried when I left. He, like, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, gun-ho, like, ran off from me and went into the classroom and sat down on the floor with the other kids and was eager and willing to learn and play with the other kids, to where now, you mention the sign of school and he does not agree with it at all. And that's because of a lot of the damage that was caused to him in those earlier years. But I want to get him back to a place where he can enjoy school, he can enjoy life, and not feel so threatened by school and the people in it. And I know it's gonna take some time. We have years of damage to try to rebuild and restore. It's not gonna happen overnight, but I'm being patient because at the end of the day, he's all I got, and I gotta put my focus to show him a different way. You know, that's even like with me. I'm trying my hardest to not display as much anger as I used to, because I feel like he feeds off of that. He picked up on a lot of that came from me over the years. As y'all know, I've told y'all some of the stories, you know. And when I was in those toxic relationships, whether he was a part of them or not, he would be who I came home to at the end of the night, at the end of the day. And kids can pick up on, even when you try to fake it and hide it, they can sense when something's not right. And I feel like even I, personally, as his mother, I have caused some damage too. But I'm at a stage and a point in my life where I'm willing to accept my part in all of this. So yeah, like I said, picking up my nephew. The line's starting to move, baby. We're starting to shake and bang, honey. On what? YouTube? Huh? So what you want? What is that? What type of videos? What is the normal kind? Are they YouTube videos? You know the answer to that, son. You got, I'm sorry, but you gotta earn stuff like that back. So yeah, y'all. That's where we're at right now. Who else did I talk to? Oh, tomorrow I have to, the advocate is going to be sending me a link to Zoom. We're going to have a Zoom meeting, call meeting, so she'll be able to join us for our, she'll start being able to join us for our school board meetings. It's basically, you know, the advocate is set in place for him to get him the requirements he needs, but she's also set in place for me. She's with a company called Families Helping Families. So if any of y'all know someone going through, or y'all are going through, and you don't know which way to turn, the company is called Families Helping Families, and they deal with, you know, they have advocates and stuff that will get you the help you need and push forward things that are needed and required. But yeah, she's gonna also be able to be a voice for me. You know, there are things out there that I don't know, and I knew at one point when she started out in this, she didn't know. But through trial and error, she has learned, and now she's been with this company, and it's things that they are going to mention that I don't know what it is, but she'll be able to speak and be like, oh, no, that's not what he needs. Or, you know, okay, well, you're trying to do this, how about you try doing this with him? And, you know, she'll be that voice, that extra voice, you know, to speak up on things that I can't speak up on, or that I don't know what I'm talking about. And that's what scares me so much about this. I know eventually down the road, I'll possibly be able to walk in those same footsteps and become an advocate for someone that I know or may not know. Because over the years, I'll pick up on things and I'll learn things. I have a homegirl right now, I'm not going to mention her name, but we know for sure one of her babies is autistic, and we're kind of questioning whether or not one of the other ones is. And I feel like me going through this journey is going to make, once her baby starts going to school, it's going to make the journey a little easier for her, because now I have some tools set in place to where I can refer her to things. Before, you know, I could only tell her so much. I could only fill her in about so much, because I'm like, right now, your baby's not in school, so all I can do is refer you to doctors or specialists, you know, that I know of. But with the level that her babies are at, possibly, because they're kind of on the other end of the spectrum than my baby. So I now know where I can refer her to. So yeah, it's coming along, you guys. I'm in a much better mood than I was before. Somebody be here strong. Leaking or something. So yeah, that's what we at, y'all. I'm gonna go my old 3rd grade teacher, y'all. She's the one who gave me my happiness back when I came to school. I loved her. She taught me a little sign language and everything. Hey. Am I right? She still got that joy and sweet. Where my baby at though? My baby ain't came out yet. She's a cute little girl. Okay, buddy. I try to move up and move without trying to block. Because my buddy is the one. Maybe I came a little too early today. Because all them people behind me moving. I was holding up the line. I'm sorry, y'all. Because they rolling on out of here, baby. Okay, there go my buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey. We was holding the line up. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, this traffic going over here. But yeah, like I was saying, that was my old, she was she was 3rd grade. And, she came in, we were her first load of class, you know, students. You know, she was fresh out of school. And, she gave me that joy for school. Like, she just was bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, you know, fresh in the game. So she had all the optimism. And it's so good to see, you know, she still got that in her. Because a lot of these teachers, y'all, they don't have that. She has a passion for it. She takes it serious. But sometimes you're not that lucky. to find a teacher like that. She's, like I say, she's still going. Here it is, I'm 32 years old, and she's still teaching. And now, you know, my nephew is at her, you know, at a school she's teaching at. Did you have Miss Simmons as a teacher?
No, she teaches first grade.
Okay, so you missed out on that. So see, she likes working catching them young. She likes the babies.
She's nice.
She is, and it's good to see that after all these years, she still has that.
Every time I see her,
She got a smile,
and
she does.
she's like, "Is Charlie?"
I was her first round of students. When she first started teaching, I was her first classroom. No, her first class. See, back then we didn't have homerooms, baby. See, I got a lot of changes, but no, I was her first set class. Like, homeroom isn't really like how we had it. We had one class, one teacher. We didn't do no swapping or nothing like that. We was her one and only class. Like I say, when she came in, she introduced to us, because, you know, I went to predominantly, well, it was a mix back then of students, but she came in and she opened our eyes to things that we had never really heard of. Like I say, she taught us some sign language. That's what kind of got me interested in things like that. And we had a student in the classroom who had really bad seizures. So she taught us how to handle the situation and the proper protocols to handle it. You know, she had one student. I was the call the office student. I was one who had to buzz the office and let them know for me, because she knew I had that about me, but I could remain calm. Used to back then, y'all, I could. But in the emergency setting like that, I am trained and I do know how to handle myself accordingly. But, you know, I would have to communicate with the secretary or whoever answered the call and let them know, hey, look, this is going on. We need da-da-da-da. Like, you know, she had a set student that would assist her with the child. Baby, are you asshole? All of that to do what? People are so stupid. Oh, old people. So, but yeah, so that was that with her. And I should have stayed over there, but he was playing with me. But anyway, that was the story of her in my younger years. And that's crazy, because around about that same age for me, my child was dealing with trauma. He didn't get that smooth start like I did. I mean, first grade I had a rough time. I did have to repeat the first grade. It wasn't because I was a dummy, but I was one of those kids where I would clam up. And I didn't like to read. And like I explained to my mom a couple of years ago, it wasn't that I didn't like to read. I love reading. I just was a shy kid, and I didn't like, even when I got in older grades, like, I didn't start enjoying reading out loud in class until I was like maybe 6th, 7th grade. But because I didn't like my voice. I didn't, or I was afraid that if I came across a word that I didn't know, you know, I would get embarrassed. So when I was in first grade, I chose not to read, and it made the teacher think that I didn't know how to read. So my mom made the the parental choice to hold me back a grade. And then in 5th grade, I had my spell, and I had to repeat the 5th grade. Wasn't because I was a dummy, but it was because I chose to be a class clown, and that teacher showed me, okay, class clown, I'm gonna clown you at the end of the school year. And she did. She held my ass back, y'all. She held me back, y'all. She paid me back in the long run, but I appreciate it, because by the time I got to the 6th grade, I had matured. And I realized that, okay, baby, you already 2 grades behind. And you need to get it together, sis. And when I walked up in that classroom my 6th grade year, that teacher was like, oh no. She was like, no, this is not, her name was Miss Bienvenue. I don't know where that lady is now. But I appreciate her because she gave me my jump start as far as going into 7th grade, into the junior high. Because she was like, she told my mom, she was like, I'm getting rid of her files because this is not the student I was expecting. This is not the child that I read about. And like, she was prepared for war, y'all, by the time I came there. She was so prepared for the battle. She really was. But, and that's why I try to teach my child that the choices you make when you go to the school can affect you in the long term. I think about a lot of the times, even though, I feel like it was for my better, I was 2 grades behind because of that. I don't count the 1st grade as much because that was just my mom thinking she was doing the right thing, in which it did, because even at that age, I didn't realize I was repeating the 1st grade, And what was so crazy about that is the first time I did 1st grade, I had a teacher named Miss Henry. Well, when we moved from where we were living in Campton back then. When we moved from there to here in town, and I started to go to school for the 2nd time in 1st grade, the teacher I had was also Miss Henry. They were sister-in-laws, y'all. But I like that 2nd one better. I like the 2nd one better. She was better suited for me. But that's even like my 2nd round of 5th grade. I like the teacher better, Miss Cody. Miss Cody was hell on wheels though. Miss Cody was from the old school. She was a white lady. She was from the old school. She didn't care your color, where you come from. Like, she was there for your education, and she didn't take no crap. Homie didn't play that. But yeah. But I can say throughout the remainder, like, none of my teachers were bad. It's just that, in 5th grade, that teacher I pushed it. I did. I pushed it too far. I did that. Because she was a sweet lady. But she had her issues too sometimes. And I was in a class full of clowns. Full of nuts. But after elementary is when I got my ish together. And that's how it's supposed to be. Elementary, you get it all out your system. So that when you get to the upper grades, if you hadn't messed yourself over enough in elementary, I had 2 strikes and I was done. But junior high and high school were pretty much a breeze for me. And I'm not gonna lie, in high school I had to repeat algebra. But then again, that's my weakest subject, so I flourished at everything else, but that algebra, no, that was not for me at all. But the 2nd time around, the teacher that I ended up with, Coach Breland, he broke it down in a different way. Now, my first time around, that teacher was cool. She was nice. Because I ended up having her for another subject, too. Another math subject. But she ended up, because it was my senior year, she worked with me and she helped me out a lot more. But, Coach Breland is the one who got me through algebra. Because he had a way of breaking it down for you that you could understand. And then I started to like math. That was so weird. It took my senior year for me to actually get some type of enjoyment from math. And now I try to avoid it at all costs. But he was the one who gave me that passion back for it. Because what got me with math was, don't be adding no science and no alphabet with my math. Give me the numbers. Let me worry about the numbers. That's how I was. Let me worry about the numbers. I don't need all this extra. You give me 5 plus 5, 10. Give me the simple shit. And it's so crazy because depending on what you choose to do as a career in life, a lot of that stuff these babies don't need. But they need cursive writing, and y'all done took that out the school system. How? They gonna need it. How these babies gonna sign for their paperwork? They just supposed to print? You can't print out everything. When they ask for your signature, they want cursive. Cursive is a means to try to keep other people from forging your name. It's a way of, if you do get caught up in a forgery, they could test your handwriting against the handwriting that, you know, the person did and be like, okay, they didn't sign for this. And y'all done took that out of school, but y'all teaching them all this complicated math, and they not gonna need it in the long run. Instead of teaching them about all that foolishness, teach them how to manage their money. Like, teach them how to save. Y'all teaching all this crap. I like my brother's drink. That is drink. I had that car sitting up. Yep, that's drink. But yeah, y'all, it's ridiculous. I'm at the store now. Y'all already know what the deal is. I'll be back.
Somebody, he said, oh boy, did I.
Y'all, I'm back. I got the goods. We about to head to this house because we ain't got nothing else better to do right now. And wait on my sister-in-law to come get this little munch. Y'all excuse my car. It's old. She got creaks and squeaks. She ain't old as me, but might as well say she is. You play that game? Is it good?
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh my God! they talking about the game Among Us. I be seeing it. I be seeing people talking about it, and I be seeing a couple of people play it. But I didn't know if it was worth downloading. Cause y'all know I like playing stuff like this, but I didn't know if it was gonna be worth it.
Yeah, you gotta try to find the imposters. And if you're the imposter, you get to go around, kill people, and vent to places.
Yeah, I know.
But you gotta make sure whenever you vent, somebody don't catch you. And then you have to have a kill countdown.
Yeah. Before you can kill somebody else. See, I told y'all I know about it. I know a little something about it.
But if you're the crewmate, you got 5.
No, why he got this thing on, y'all?
Big red emergency button. You have to rob somebody. Come over and watch me.
Nah, he about to suffocate out in the damn heat, clowning. But as y'all can see, that's what they into. They into them games, child. I knew.
Among Us is the best game in the world.
They even got an imposter song. Show yourself.
Imposter.
I can feel it in my bones.
Dun, 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 dun.
I can feel it. So why don't you show yourself?
That's my nephew, y'all.
Got the Among Us. It's uploading. I have to update it.
Oh, look at the little girl. She's so cute. Got her little tights with her little skirt. Why you got your mask?
I don't.
That the trash. He know his mama don't do no damn drinking here. He separates my meals from me, y'all. Lord, his other light bill. Just paid. Dang, that $300 for light bill. Let's see what this one looking like.
What's your Among Us character's name?
The boy.
251.
Oh.
Oh no, that's my last bill. Now see, that's why I told my mama something ain't right. Somebody lying. They overcharged last month, cause now it's back down to regular. It's $150. I'm rounding up a couple of dollars, y'all, but it's $150. But last month it was $251, and it wasn't no late fees or no. It wasn't late.
I'm glad.
Show look and play Among Us.
I'm glad.
I'm gonna have to call my mama.
Click the emergency button. It shows who has been killed.
Nigga said I'm gonna call my mama.
And there's one that shows who caused the emergency.
Cause I knew that bill wasn't right last month. What's this? AT&T. This one's still pretty good.
You know you can choose how many imposters there are,
Yep.
but when you create one, but that means the people.
Enjoy a new
more
smartphone with 0 down. You know what?
If I was playing for
I'ma
better
save
TTT,
this.
If I can just.
I don't think I'm looking back now.
Do that upgrade for somebody.
Boom, boom, boom.
Red is the monster.
The emergency button.
People just do anything for attention. Who this little baby here for? Just standing out here randomly. This little cute self.
Ooh, emergency.
Alright, y'all. So, we back on. Got an hour for my sister-in-law. She'll be heading this way. Oh, the door's unlocked. Been unlocked. Put this in the door for me.
Pink is the imposter.
So, yeah.
I just kicked off somebody.
That's sneaky. You can vote someone off that's not the imposter if you're the imposter. And if there are other imposters, well, they can help you out. But those imposters, they gotta work together.
Why y'all still lingering around the car?
I don't know. I was playing Among Us.
I'm waiting on him to close my door. But y'all see how he talks more? When he around his cousin? He talks more. Oh, this baby is busting a say. Got this well all I see is little. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Somebody need to come get their child. Y'all, this baby, I don't even want to turn the camera. This baby is sitting here. He done pulled his pants down. I thought he was busting a steg, but he done pulled the pants down. Now he working on the pull up, the diaper, whatever it is. Oh, okay then, sir. He took a leak. He peeing. And now he pulling his shit back up. Okay. Hey, I come from the country where they say you pee outside free, so do what you do, honey bun. But he's so cute. His mama must told him he can't go past that point because he ain't moved from that spot, y'all. Any other child would have ran off. Yeah, true enough, he pissing outside, but any other child would have been gone. Okay, he doing it again, y'all. Oh, he pulling him all the way off. I don't know who this is. Who child this is, but he keep pulling his clothes up and down. And when I say he is exposing himself, y'all, I'm glad he at a distance where I can't see nothing, because I don't want to be sitting here looking like a pedophile because I'm looking. But anywho, he just pulling his clothes down. Like, but yeah, like I was trying to say, I know he be missing his cousin. Because they went from, like, always being together to now they barely see one another. And they're more like brothers than cousins. They're literally, like, what, 5-6 months apart? Sheldon was born in January. BJ was born in June. So they right up in there together, y'all. But anyway, let me get in this house because it's getting hot up in this car. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and close this thing out because I don't know if I'm going to come back on here or not. But anywho, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified, y'all. Share it with your people so they can share it with their people's people. Come on, let's help this family grow. In the meantime, in between time, I holla.